Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be covering Bleach characters. Like last video I did JJK characters, I ranked them all on a tier list. This time I'm going to do Bleach. So with Bleach, I'm going to preface this. I am not finished with Bleach, but I'm quite close to being finished. So originally I had read all the way through to Thousand Year Blood War, which means I've seen all up to completion from like I think it's Substitute Soul Reaper arc to Lost Agent. Now I have seen Thousand Year Bloodborne. I decided instead of reading that, I would watch it since I heard there would be changes that would be canon to the series as compared to the manga's like arc. So I have not finished Thousand Year Blood War. I'm caught up to core three of it, but so far I think it's good. Now, I might not, because of that, I might not know any of these characters. Some of these might be filler characters. Some of these might be from that suddenly got added. I doubt it because like, we're like very close to the end of the series. It'd be weird if they added just a new character. But yeah, so it's gonna be, I think, same team system. Uh, Instead of like the no personalities here, I put don't remember or no because I think there might be filler characters on here. I'm not seeing many. I see a few, but yeah. But same thing. S A B C D F. Don't remember or no. I think I'm gonna make that just white. Yeah, and I guess we'll start from right here. Okay. Like I said, this will be, I'd say, not full spoilers because I don't know how Thousand Year Blood War ends, but like 75% spoilers. I guess it would still be full spoilers, but viewer discretion is advised and all that. All right, starting with this guy, I don't know who this is or I don't remember. So yeah, uh, Stark, I think he's cool. Stark, he's one of my favorite, I guess, wrong cars or Espada. I don't think I have a maze here. He's cool. He is like a little deaf, deaf. Oh my God. I thought his like relationship with Lillinette is I guess is like small little backstory with hers. I guess is cool. It's here. I think I have her in the same tier. Honestly, I don't think we really learned much about her honestly, other than like we know what like her like power, like her resurrection is and all that. She was cool in like Fake Karakura. I think like her shark like thing is really cool, but she's kind of just honestly, I think she's kind of just there, really. Like, I guess it was cool to learn she became like the king, or I guess queen of Hueco Mundo, but other than that, I don't really remember much about her. Or really, not that I don't remember much about her, but I don't think we get much of her. Unless there's like movies or like filler material, but I haven't consumed that. So, yeah. Mo, he goes in detail. I guess his fight with the Kaku was cool, but other than that, he's just kind of lame. Yeah. I might do a tier list on arcs like later on to like at least minus like Thousand Year Blood War. But for the most part, I think all of Bleach is good, except like the real early parts of it. I thought was kind of meh. But yeah, Ganju, he's alright. I thought his like whole like introduction, I guess, was funny. He's pretty. He's a decently interesting character. He's not like crazy, but he's like the quintessential like okay side character. If I could be real. I thought it was cool that he showed back up in Thousand Year Blood War, but other than that. He's kind of just okay in my opinion. Uh, ah, yeah, Unohana. I'm okay. I don't really care about Unohana. I think she's kind of lame, if I can be honest. I think she was also poorly handled, like completely. Not like, not like in most arcs, 'cause she's just kind of there for like most of Bleach, and like when it's revealed, like I said, spoilers for Thousand Year Blood War, Core One, I guess. When it was revealed that she was like the first like Kenpachi, I felt like that was kind of just done because she has literally nothing going on. So I guess like I mean that's like cool, but like I felt like it was just dropped in there. So like it was kind of just used to get to make her do something, and I just really think like she's actually like this secretly like super powerful character. I just thought that was kind of meh. Like I just don't really care for her. I think like I guess like she's cool in like that fight she has with Kenpachi or Zaraki. 'Cause I guess she's technically Ken. Oh my God, it worked. I guess she's technically Kenpachi as well, but. Other than that, I just don't care about her, if I can be real with you. I didn't really care about her dying or anything. She was just there. Aizen is S tier. He's probably still like the best villain in Bleach, if I can be real. Or antagonist villain. Uh, he's cool. Well, he has a cool ability for one. He actually like I always saw it before I got into Bleach because I only got into Bleach this year. Like I think like it was during the summer. Or no, it wasn't during the summer. I think it was during the summer. I got into Bleach around like during the summer, and I thought like I've always heard of like Aizen he was this guy that planned everything, and he was like basically just really like I was seeing like memes about that, so I thought that was funny. So I already knew about him. I was kind of like spoiled on that he was like an antagonist. He didn't really die and all that, but like even like reading it, I think he's still like a really good villain. His motivation is pretty interesting that he's trying to like use the Hokyu to like I think it was more than like evolved into like a bit like a higher being. If I remember exactly, it was something about like trying to. I don't think it was like usurp the Soul King, but like essentially like take him down. I forget exactly. I just remember it being like really interesting and cool. His like personality is really funny. He's a really interesting antagonist because of his relation to Ichigo. And like Rukia, well not really Rukia, but like I would say I guess Kisuke. His relationship with Kisuke is really interesting. I like how he really has like completely like influenced the plot without it feeling like cheap, if that makes sense. Like he feels like he's just been really well executed. It makes sense though, like even when he comes back, he's still just like super overpowered because they couldn't really fully seal him off. Like I mean, they were able to seal him off, but they weren't able to stop him essentially. Khan is getting his own tier. I don't like Khan. I did not need to. I don't know if this was done in the anime or not. I didn't watch it. Like I said, I didn't watch the original Bleach anime. I read most of Bleach, and, but Khan is getting his own tier where he belongs. Okay, where am I gonna? Yeah, let's just make it that color. Khan. I do not like Khan. I did not like seeing that he was using Ichigo's body to do some heinous stuff. If you know, you know. Yeah. I mean, like, I guess he's funny, but yeah. Oh, Kaname, he's going in F tier. I don't like Kaname. I think he's kind of lame. I think I understand his character. Like, I get he's a hypocrite, but I find it funny that the story wanted me to feel bad for him when I just don't, especially after he decides to call like after like he's like grandstanding and everything, he calls like uh what's his name, Sajin ugly. Like he would like after like immediately like beforehand he said he would never say something like that because he believes like I don't know what he said. He was like all life is like beautiful or like whatever. It was something like that. I just don't care about him or his play. I just don't. I don't think he's a bad villain. I just don't like him. Zangetsu, White Zangetsu. I guess that's what I'm gonna call him, White Zangetsu. I think he's cool. He's not really a, if I could say, to be honest, I don't really think he's a character, but he's cool. Soifon, she's okay. I think, yeah, I don't think I'd put her there. I just don't really care about Soifon. I just think she's a little weird. I think she's funny weird, but it's just really funny like how much she's obsessed with Yoruichi. But like it kind of got to a point. Like I remember it was in Soul Society where she called like Soifon her god or goddess. It was so corny. But like I think her Bankai is cool. Uh, she doesn't really do much per se throughout the story, other than like I think she beats in Thousand Year Blood War. Well, no, she fights, I believe, one of the Spada, the Barrigan, which I thought that fight. Okay, well, I thought that fight was cool when she fought Barrigan, and then I thought, I guess her fight with that one, not a Roncar. I keep mixing up Stern Ritter and a Roncar. I thought her one fight with the Stern Ritter was cool, but other than that, she's just kind of okay. I don't really have many opinions on it. I don't remember this guy's name. I remember he's a captain. I don't care for much. Or he's not just a captain, he's also a vice. I don't know if it's a wizard or a viceroy. He's okay. Orihime is one of my favorite characters. I think I've always like heard that she was kind of just a meh character, like a bad character or a meh character, or she's like a generic like female love interest or something. But I think she's really just a really good character. I think she was kind of fumbled in a fake Kuro, but I do think she's still like a very interesting character. She hasn't really. I mean, she's done a lot, like for the fight wise, like healing Ichigo and everyone else. But like character wise in Thousand Year Blood War, she hasn't really done much, like for like her development and everything. But I guess her arc might have been completed in like the Quaco Mundo, so I guess that might be why. But I think she's really interesting. She has like a deep kind of like, at least when I read, I felt like she had like a deep sadness in her character. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if anyone noticed, but I had to cut. Well, I guess you noticed now because I said something, but I have no idea. I think it's talking about Orihime, but yeah, I think she's a good character. Grimjow. Uh, Grimjow, he's one of my favorites. He's one in S tier. I just really like, well, I like everything about him. I like his design. I like his personality. I like his resurrection. That's also really cool. I kind of like his. I also really like his backstory. Like I like how he started. Well, I guess I'm assuming all the wrong cars did start as like low level. Well, I don't know if they did because I remember Wonder Wise was born as an wrong like a full wrong car, but maybe. But like I like how he started off as like a low level like just like Beast Hollow, and then like he had like went through the ranks after like I think his like his whole like I don't want to say clan or whatever, but his like all his friends got like injured or I think killed, and then he had to like I think he ate one of them to become stronger. Let him become like an Arrancar. I might be misremembering that. I'm not sure. I just thought the whole idea of the backstory was cool. And I really liked his fight with Ichigo. The only thing I would say that I don't like about Grimmjow is honestly his how he's being treated in Thousand Year Blood War. He got beat by or at least incapacitated by excuse me by Aston Knocklavar, which is side note crazy name. We'll get to him, but or I might get to that, but yeah, I think he goes in, for me. He's S tier. I really like him. All right, next character, Ichigo. He was okay. I mean, I like his personality and voice. Funnily enough, I didn't really have voices for most of the characters until Thousand Year Blood War. But when I heard, I didn't know if he. Well, no, he wasn't in there before. But I never even knew. I feel like I know his voice actor. I'm not sure. But I thought his voice was really funny, especially when he was like fighting Yuha Baha. Which, side note, we'll get to him, but that name is so stupid, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know, but I just hate that name. But yeah, he was cool. I feel like his loss was really stupid, considering how broken he was. I felt like it was kind of like a, for lack of a better term, asshole that he lost because it suddenly hit 9 years of time. So now Yuhawk is or Yuhabaha, I forget how you pronounce it's such a dumb name. Gets all his powers back. It's lame, but I do think he's charismatic, funny, cool power, really cool power. He has control over names in all of Black. That's really cool. And when he first said that, I was really confused, but when he explained, I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is a really cool ability. It's really creative. Ichigo's dad, something I forget. I think it's Ishin, Shiba, or Kurosaki, I guess. I like him. He's really cool. He's honestly kind of a simple character, if I could be honest, but he's a good simple character. I really like him. I like his backstory with Ichigo's mom. And how he basically became or basically left the Soul Society, and just how like generally like upstanding like heroic he was. It's cool. All right, I think this Mary Marechio. Marechio, I think is his name. He's okay. I don't really. I mean, I don't dislike him, but like he's not really that interesting. I guess. I mean, well, I guess his relationship with his sister is cool. I guess they showed that, and I don't know if she showed up before then. I can't remember, but I guess that's cool. He wants to protect her. Asma, I like Asma. I mean, I don't like him, but like I thought he was cool, specifically in the anime. His voice acting. Oh, yeah, to clarify, I watched the dub. I don't know if it's the same in Japanese, but his voice acting was crazy. Like it was fire, honestly. Like it was really fire. I thought his like whole thing with fear and his backstory was actually interesting. How he feared death and everything, which that's why where his powers like kind of stem from. That he's an interesting villain. I think my dogs are barking. I don't know if you can hear that, but are they barking? I think they are. Uh, I don't know what they're barking at. I'll be right back. Honestly, no idea what they were barking at, but I'm back. But yeah, I think Asnot's really cool. Cool character. Uh, he got really ugly, which I guess is intentional. Not ugly, but I guess he's supposed to be scary. I thought he just looked ugly, melting face and everything. But yeah, he's cool. Which I no, I'll talk about it when I get to Byakuya. All right, next character. I think this is Giselle. I don't like Giselle. She weirds me out, which I'm guessing it's an intention. But like, I just felt really uncomfortable when she started like beating. And come on, I don't really like Pambita, honestly at all. But I was really uncomfortable when she randomly just started like, beating on her corpse. Like that was so weird. And then her voice was just, ugh. I did not like that. I did not like watching that. I don't really care for her. I don't really like her. I guess her fight with I can't remember who she fights. Why am I blanking on this? I remember she fought. Who did she fight? I just remember she lost it. I knew she fought Ichigo at one point when he came down, but I mean like who she fought before that. I forget. Why am I blanking on this? Uh, Whatever. I can't remember who she. I don't know why, but I can't remember who she fights. But I remember it being cool. I guess the fight itself. But I honestly just don't like her. So yeah. Wait. Oh no, it was Mayuri. Yeah, I guess I thought that fight was cool. I don't like Mayuri either, but yeah. I don't know who this is. I also don't know who that is, or I don't remember. I genuinely don't think I've ever seen those people. Basby is okay. Honestly, I don't care about his backstory. I don't care about. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm like eating something, eating popcorn. But I don't really care for his backstory, but I think his powers are cool. I guess it's cool that he has like a connection to Hoshwell, but I think it was just a little too late to make me care about him. And then the episode we get his backstory is the episode he dies. So it's like they really want me to care about him, which I guess I kind of do, but not enough for that to like emotionally impact me, if I can be real. Oh my God. Yeah, I have no idea who that is. I can't lie. Oh God, Yuhawk. Uh, I don't really like Yuhawk or Yuhabaha, however you pronounce his name. I've seen it pronounced both. Well, the anime pronounces it Yuhabaha, but like I've seen people online pronounce it as Yuhawk. Honestly, I just don't like him. Like I really like Thousand Year Blood War so far. It's definitely not my favorite arc in Bleach or ever, really, but it's nice. It started off really strong, I'll say that. And it still has really good moments for characters. But I just do not. I mean, obviously, you don't have to care for a main villain, but I just don't like him. I think every time he's in like close to losing something, he gets something like just given to him. Like I said, against Ishibe, like the core two or season two ends off with like Ichibe like frying him essentially. But then suddenly 9 years hit, and now he has Almighty and he's overpowered. I'm like, bruh. I guess against Ichigo, he did like deserve that win because obviously he was stronger than him. But like stuff like that was just so annoying, and I felt like, which I might talk about it when I get to Ichigo, or if I ever do a video doing going over arcs, which I don't know if I'll do because I haven't finished Thousand Year Blood War isn't fully released yet, so. But I found it so frustrating when when the Soul King is like stabbed or whatever, and I guess he kills him. Like Ichigo goes over there, he's like, "Yes, I planned this. Yes, go over that." And that Ichigo was like somehow like loses all his brain cells. Is like, "Yes, let me go." And keep in mind, his father is a doctor, or at least like a vet. Not a vet, he's a doctor. At the very least, like a nurse. I can't remember. I think he's a doctor. He goes, "Oh, stab wound. Let me go pull the sword out." Which I think I got spoiled that the Soul King was already dead, which is like whatever. He was just holding it together. But I find it insane that he goes like, and I get Ichigo's impulsive. Don't get me wrong. Like I get he's impulsive. But what kind of stupid person do you have to be to go, "Oh my God, the Soul King, he's stabbed. Let me go pull the sword out of him." And then he gets like 9,000 D chest outplayed by Yuha or Yuvaha. It's like, yes, actually, I knew you were going to do that because the Quincy blood, which I guess he can control his Quincy blood now. Keep in mind, he was not able to do this before. He just has this ability now, which I can only think is because of either Almighty or he just hasn't used it. He only used it this specifically one time. Like the only thing other time I think he used anything similar when he took the other Quincy's powers, but he didn't even have, or did he have Almighty at this time? I don't know. But even then, he didn't have it. You never showcased that ability ever of him just being able to control Quincy blood specifically. Like I think that's crazy. And then he doesn't use it ever again against Ichigo because he knows that's like the one guy that could probably hurt him or kill him or is strong enough because he's stronger than all of Squad Zero now. I'm pretty sure. But he doesn't decide to just use that against him and have Ichigo like permanently like I guess this is YouTube self delete. And then like I find it crazy that he just hasn't like foolproof one. And I get that he's like probably like hubris. Like, yeah, there's no way I can lose with Almighty and all that. But I just find him so annoying as a final villain, which I think he is the final villain. I'm not like 100% sure on that. I would have to assume so. But yeah, it's just annoying. I haven't even seen the Core 4 trailer. Please don't, by the way, I'm probably like way too late into the video, but please don't spoil me in the comments or anything. Or if you do, at least keep it to the as bare minimum as possible. I would appreciate that. Don Conroji, it's kind of funny, but I'm putting him in B tier. I just think he's funny. I found him funny, like the little side things that he was in. What's it called? Like in the back of like the ends of chapters, like those little like mini like drawings or sketches. I found him funny there, but like especially in like the specific art during Substitute Soul Reaper, I just found that whole plot line funny and like kind of cool. But yeah, I just think he's a funny side character. So yeah, I think he shows up in Fate Kuro at least for a little bit. I'm pretty sure he like distracts. I can't remember if it was again or Izumi. He distracts one of them and like lets the kids like get away. I think not kids, but like Ichigo's friends. I just called them kids. I mean, technically they are, but like I think you know what I mean. I don't remember this guy's name. I know who he is. He's okay. He's met okay. Just remember he like fought. I think it was Ikaku like while there was like downtime during Soul Society, and then after that he like and I know he's like Sajin's like I think second seat. He's just okay, I guess. I don't really care about him. Squad Zero guy, the Hot Spring guy, I think Hot Spring Demon. Don't care about him really. I mean, I guess his haircut's stupid. That's all I can really say about him. Uh, I think actually I'll use this to talk about Squad Zero as a whole. I just found Squad Zero is just very lame, and I think they're probably all gonna go into D tier except maybe one of them. But they're just so lame. Like it's honestly crazy how lame they are. Like, they're set up to be like the strongest, most powerful Soul Reapers ever, beyond everything. Power can like shake the realms, and I get that they didn't want to use their full power to like destroy it, but I just find it absolutely funny with their suppressed power, even like. Which keep in mind with their suppressed power, they were like stronger than like I'm pretty sure Ichigo before his training and everything. But they're getting like brutalized by just four Quincy's, man. I think four Quincy's, and they're all fighting them separately, so it's a 1v1. Just for them to all get like snuffed out because they all like except Ichibei obviously, because three of them just off themselves, and I get that's like to remove the seal. But I just find it funny how like three of them just off themselves, right? And then and then like because I think the one with the multiple arms, I forget her name, was like the strongest one. So they make her do it just for her to fail, which is hilarious because she got cooked by I think Ryu's, which I didn't really understand what he was doing there. If I can be real, but I think I'm assuming it's his shrift ability, like what the other ones have. I don't even know what his shrift is called, but that would be the only thing I can think of. Like his eyes like flash blue or whatever. And then she just is in the situation that he's in and then dead. I just find it hilarious that she just lost because of that. Gun guy, don't really like him or care about him really. I cannot remember her name. I can't remember her name. This was it's why am I blanking on it? I know who this is Tenpachi's second seat subordinate lieutenant whatever. I like her. I guess she's cool. Don't really care much about her. I guess like her Shikai is interesting. Other than that, I don't really care about her. I don't think she's like mad bad, so I'm not putting her in D tier. Lily Barrow can go fuck himself, honestly. I don't really like him. He's corny. His ability is cool. I'll give him that. But then he like loses all his cool factors as soon as he becomes like a deer egg thing and then an owl. So yeah, I don't really like him. He doesn't even use like his cool ability like anymore really. After he transforms into like the deer owl thing. That was so lame. Renji is okay. Not okay, he's good. I like Renji. Probably not as much as other people do. But I think he's a good character. I like his development in Soul Society. I didn't like him at first, which I think that was the intention, you know, not like him at first. I do think oddly enough they kind of not retcon, but the author like shifts his character after like Rukia is kidnapped, like retroactively like changes him, which I guess that might be a retcon. I'm not really sure. I thought that was kind of odd because he seemed like he just wanted to get her out of it because that was like his job. He didn't really care about her, but I guess he does. Think about in like past ones, but right now I like him. I like his manga. I think his Soul Society was honestly, nah. Mm, I don't know if he was at his best in Soul Society. I'm not sure. I wouldn't say he was at his best in Soul Society. I disagree with that. I think he's actually pretty cool in Thousand Year Blood War. He didn't really do much in Lost Agent. He did a lot in Waco Mundo, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, he did a lot in Waco Mundo. And then Fake Carker. I don't think he did much in Fake Carker because he was in Waco Mundo. But yeah, I like him. I think he's a cool character. I like his like true Bond guy as well. He's cool. Hakon is okay. I don't really have much to say about him. Hodgeball, I don't care about. He's not like F Tier I don't care about, but he's just meh. Like I guess his powers are cool. He's like Yuha Baha too, but like he's just kind of lame. Really, if I can be real, I like his design. I think that's Hodgeball, right? I'm not really sure. Right, that's Hodgeball. Yeah, that's Hodgeball. If it isn't, I'm saying that's Hodgeball. So yeah, no idea who this is. Askin, honestly, no, he's not that high, but he's hilarious. I love Askin Lochinvar. He's hilarious, bro. I don't know who's dubbing him. I would have to check, but they did a phenomenal job. He's like one of the only other what's it called, Sternritters that I actually like. He's hilarious. I also think his power is really cool. It's really cool. Death kneeling is really like, or I guess his ability. It's pretty cool. I don't have much to say on him. Okay, but yeah, he's cool. Pernita is whatever. I guess I don't really care about Pernita if I can be wrong. I guess it's cool. It's a cool lore reveal that he's like the Soul King's like I think it was I can't remember if it was I think it was right arm. I want to say right arm. I don't know which arm because I know I guess spoilers. Well, I guess I already spoiled it, but Uzitake was like the other arm, but he's the right or left arm. I can't remember which one's which. But yeah, I guess that was cool. You're wanting cons here because you're ugly. I know you're a Stern reader. I just don't. I think you're ugly. This guy, I can't remember his name, but he was like one of the people in the flashback arc. He works with Kiska. Kind of disappointed me because he was set up to be like he was the captain, right? And he was like said to be like he's like the he knows like a bunch of all the forbidden like what was it? All the forbidden Ketos and stuff or whatever. And then we just never see that. Which well maybe we will see it in Core 4, I'm not sure. But I don't think he even showed up at all in any of them, honestly. Like it's kind of crazy. But yeah, he's just kind of disappointing. I think this is Hanataro. No, this is the yeah, the Dawson said this was the random Soul Reaper. He's mad. He's okay. Kind of just there. For the life of me, I don't know who this is. Charlotte is funny. I like Charlotte. They're pretty cool. I mean, not cool. I just like. I think their design's pretty funny, especially like fake hardcore when they. I think they fought the eyelash dude. I don't remember that guy's name. I can't lie. But the eyelash dude, he was funny. So I'm putting him in C. I have no idea who that is. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea who that is. So he's going there. Just drop something. Reroot. I think that's Reroot. Yeah, that is Reroot. Reroot is cool, I guess. It's one of the better characters and new characters in the Lost Agent arc. I think her backstory, they kind of like shove it with all the other backstories. I don't know if it's expanded upon in the anime, but I think her backstory is cool. Her like whole dynamic with Rukia and that whole fight they had was pretty cool. I think she's a pretty decent character ever. The only thing I don't like about her is that, like she's a like the basic like I forget like I think it's Tsundere. Yeah, Tsundere. She's like kind of like that on like the surface level, and I just find that character archetype kind of lame. But she's cool. She's a good character. Robot, Stern Ritter, I don't really like or care about him. Kind of just gets fodderized, if I can be real. Is this the guy that was like the captain that like, or like the dude that worked under Yamamoto? I don't want to say that's him because I don't know because I remember there's like another old dude that looks very similar to him. Let me see. I'm not seeing anyone else that looks similar. So I'm gonna say, is that all three of them together? Okay, that's a side note, I guess, or an aside, I guess. I'm not seeing him, so I'm gonna assume that's that guy. I mean, he just shows up, dies, and we get his like backstory. I guess he's okay, but like not okay enough where I care about it. I didn't care about him dying really. Pepe, oh, this is Pepe, right? Yeah. Pepe's design is hilarious, so he's going in C tier. I don't really care about him, but I just think his design is hilarious. I think this was Ichigo's like replacement. I like his haircut, so he goes in C tier. I'm blanking on her name. I don't know her name, but this was she was introduced in Lost Agent, like Ichigo's boss. I like her. She's okay. I will say I might talk about this more when I get to the arc, but whenever I think his name is Tsukishima, which I see him down there, he's like he's like the fourth person up next. I'm not gonna lie, no, I'll talk about it when I get to him. Um, Demasculine, I think his name is. Thought his fight was cool, honestly, but I don't really care about him. I can't remember his names. Can't. Oh wait, no, Kangdu. Kangdu. I think that's his name. He's going in cons here. He's going in cons here, bro. Yeah, I don't know who that is. So you're actually no, you wrote down here because I don't know who that is. Okay, Tsukishima. Honestly, probably. I don't know if he maybe deserved this, but I love Tsukishima, bro. Honestly, ew, do I want to put him in A tier? Honestly, I want to put him in A tier for the fact that he was such a like. Honestly, he was a like for how meh or mid Lost Agent is. He was a really good villain or antagonist. I want to say because he really went out and dismantled Ichigo's life like almost completely and almost permanently, by the way, which is kind of insane. Like his ability is crazy. Like he can cut. I think he's like he can cut anything as well as like change the past. But like he was a scare. Like when I was reading that, I was scared for Ichigo, bro, because he was ruining his life. Really, like Ichigo really couldn't trust anyone because this dude existed, bro. Like he was crazy. The only thing I would say I don't really like about him is that I think his backstory. Also, I think I'm gonna move Renji up honestly, but I think his backstory with, or not backstory, but I think his like relationship with like Mo is just whatever. Like the story at the end of the arc tried to make me care about both of them, like together. I mean, as like not like a relationship, but like as like a mentor student duo. And I just didn't care about Mo, so I don't care about him in that way. But he was a really cool, like cool ability. I think Fullbring is a cool ability in general, but he's a cool guy. This guy is going in cons here. He was kind of fun. It was kind of funny that I can't remember if it was Kenpachi. Was it Kenpachi who was fighting? No, it was Yamamoto who was fighting him. It was Yamamoto. I kind of funny that he held, and this is the other one. I don't know, but I find it hilarious that Yamamoto went all out on this fodder version of Yuhabaha. I do think that's funny. Well, I do think that's like a, for lack of a better term, an asshole as well. It was a funny asshole, but this guy just existed to be fake Yamamoto. So not fake Yamamoto, fake Yuhabaha. and I find that hilarious. I have no idea who that is. Oh, Sir, I think her name is Saruchi, something like that. But she was a cool rocker. Honestly, I found her funny, funnier than Charlotte, kind of funnier than Charlotte. And I like that she comes back. So I guess she goes right there. Hmm. Yukio is whatever. I don't really. I think his ability is cool. Ginjo can go in B tier. I like Ginjo, I guess. I do like the twist that he was playing Ichigo this whole time, and that Tsukishima like altered his past to make him forget that they were working together at all. I think their whole plan and like the reveal that he was the first subs, which honestly I think the reveal is whatever, but I like how it was like the reveal itself is whatever, but I like how it's utilized as a motivation, if that makes sense. Uh oh, the Twinkle Wrong car, I don't really care about him. I guess who's did he show back up? I don't remember, but I guess he was mad. Don't care about you. I think it's Grammy. Honestly, I like Grammy decently. One of the only other wrong cars I did like. His ability's cool. This fight with Kenpachi was cool, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought he was like a decent. I thought his like whole like character thing was really interesting. How he didn't really exist. I thought that was really interesting. Maybe he doesn't deserve to be above a bunch of these people, but I liked it. Gin is going in F tier. I do not like Gin. I think Gin is buns. If you like Gin, I think that's fair, but I do not like him. I cannot forgive him for laughing at Rukia while she was getting executed or was about to be. I cannot forgive him for that, and I never will. And I think he's a snake. He's stupid, and he manipulated. I can't remember. I think it was her name Momo? I don't know, but she's the next character. I can't forgive him for that either, and he sucks. And I'll clarify this. I understand his character, and I'd even go as far as to say he's a good character, great character even. I don't like him, so he's going in F tier. Same thing with Mahito. Her, she's alright. I think her like uh I think her like being manipulated was like utilized well. I do find it crazy that she gets stabbed twice, like twice and like fatally, and then just comes back. Like I can't lie, that is a little hilarious to me. Not because like she got stabbed, but like how fatal it looked. And keep in mind, she was getting beat on the second time. Multiple captain characters and captains here characters, but she's just fine afterwards twice, which is kind of like that's funny to me specifically that she's just fine after that. Which honestly I think Bleach kind of has a problem with like not killing off characters. I'll say that. Maybe I'm wrong for that, for thinking that, but I honestly think that which I don't. I thought Ginjo did die, but then I saw him like in Thousand Year Blood where he was like talking to somebody and that he was just fine. Which I hate that they showed that or I saw that. I hope that was the anime edition because if that was in the manga as well, I would be very frustrated because there was no reason he should have lived that arc. Like I don't know why he lived that arc. It would have been like perfect like ending to his character that like his like hubris wanting to like go against the Soul Society and everything. And keep in mind, I don't really like the Soul Society. If I can be real, I don't really like the Soul Society like as like a system. It's kind of crazy. It's literally just like for 90% or at least 80% of people, just eternal poverty, which is crazy. But yeah, but I just found that like him like essentially just like one being complicit in like ruining Ichigo's life essentially and then betraying him, trying to kill him. Keep in mind. and then him just living and just being fine with that. And I don't think Ichigo necessarily like spares him. I'm pretty sure he thinks he's dead, but no, he just survives, I guess, which I just find lame. I was gonna say, is that Byakuya? Is that Byakuya? That's a weird photo of him if it is. No, that's Byakuya. I don't know who this is. Bambita? One of the only other stoner. I don't even like her. I don't. Okay, honestly, I don't like her that much. But she had a cool fight with who was it? Oh no, I think it was Toshiro. I want to say Toshiro. I would need to double check. Let me double check real quick. Let me double check real quick. Okay, okay. So I don't know if you know. There was a cut there. I just googled it. It was Sajin, and I remember the fight now. When he had like went human. That was okay. That was a cool fight. I was thinking it was Toshiro because I remember she had like zombified, and I think she fought him while zombified. I'm not sure, but I do. But that fight with Sajin was one of my favorites of early 1,000 Year Blood War. I think that was a really cool fight, and I just think her personality is funny. I like how all of her friends, part of quote Team Bambi, just hate her. I think that's hilarious. But I also think she's just kind of there. Other than that, she has a cool fight. Gets fodderized, but yeah. Clock guy. Backstory did not make me care about him. He's lame. He's also a sociopath or like psychopath. I don't really know which one. I remember there's obviously a difference between. I don't know which one he would classify as, but he's just kind of crazy. Because he really tested his abilities by trying to kill his wife. He's like, no, actually, wait, I didn't really want to kill her. And then he gets punished for it, which rightfully so, he deserves it. But that's not gonna make me feel bad for him. Like, come on. Like, at least where was he? I have no idea where Yukio is. Where is Yukio? I thought, did I not place him here? I thought I placed Yukio. I thought I placed Yukio. Where is Yukio? Oh, he's right here. Which at least I feel bad for Yukio to an extent because his parents didn't really care about him. Or at least his original parents did, because I think he was adopted. But I can't even feel bad for this guy. Not even a little bit. 6'9" captain. I don't remember his actual name. He's lame. I guess it's cool. Like it's cool. He was a captain in the past. And that he was. I guess he's like. I don't know if he even has like a specific vice wizard like power. Which I guess he no, because like the mask is just an upgrade. Yeah, no, the mask is just an upgrade. But he was just. I find it hilarious that he shows up to mask the masculine. I think he gets fodderized by him, which is just hilarious. Like he shows up Aura Farms and he gets immediately taken. No, I think it was poison that took him out. Because I think no, what was it that I don't remember what took him out, but I find it funny. He shows up Aura Farms and then gets immediately fodderized with the music dude. And by the way, that's hilarious. Candace is whatever. She literally, she's also kind of stupid. She goes against someone which she could sense is probably stronger than her. The special threat Ichigo Kurosaki runs in there. Keep in mind, she's the only one that does this. I think twice until like I think more people show up to jump him. But like before that, like all her friends, like, yeah, I'm good on that. No, I think the pink haired one also like joined in on that. Then she just gets she almost dies immediately. She loses an arm, but she almost immediately gets like eviscerated because she's like she's that dumb. I also think her design is silly. I think her design is silly looking. But other than that, you know, other eye guy, I'm putting him in cons here. Arthur, I think this is his name, right? Or no, Valkyrie. Valkyrie is his name. I don't really know much about him except he's like he can turn giant. That like everyone's like fighting him. That's on the ground right now. So I'm just gonna put him here. The overkill is going in a Hunter. No, is gonna go in F because he's ugly. He's a stupid name. This one, it was the other guy's friend. The this guy, I'll put you guys next to each other. You're going in D tier because I don't really care about you. Kill. I don't know how you say his name. Is it Quilgi or Kilgi? Give him that. Like his over the topness. That was funny. I. Oh no, that's Ichigo's friend. I do know who this is. He was chill. Yeah, I'll put him here. Oh yeah, none of these tiers are necessarily in order, by the way. He was chill. You think this is Lil Net? Or no, not Lil Net. That's the Lil Net's somewhere down here. I don't remember her name. I know she's a Stern Ritter. I don't remember her name. She has the weird mouth ability. She's voiced by one of my favorite voice actors in the dub, so I'm just gonna put her here. Other than that, I don't really actually care about her. I just like her voice acting. I like the voice actor that plays her. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. She's going to be here because of that. I think this is Jackie. Jackie is honestly Jackie's not that bad. She's one of the better characters in Lost Agent. So I'll put her here. I don't really have much to say about her. Other than that, this guy, I'm blanking on his name, but you would call everyone like Nina. Cool and wrong car goes up here. Sajin, I'm putting in A tier. I really like Sajin. He's a cool character. I like him in Fate Karkura. I think he was decently cool in Soul Society, but I like his character as well. I like his like art of like he starts like he hides his face and he doesn't want to be seen because he's afraid of like being being persecuted and ashamed. But then he grows past that, not caring necessarily. And he fully enjoys like Soul Society. And I like in the sense that he's kind of a zealot, kind of like how like Conor was. He was a zealot towards his cause, but I feel as though he more like acknowledges that. If that makes sense. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I really do like Conor. Not Conor. I hate Conor. I really do like Sajin. And then, like I said, his fight with Bambito was really cool, and especially like sacrifice of his heart, that ability, so he becomes like a were-human. I guess were-human because he's originally. But I really did like that. That was cool. I do kind of find it like I feel like it would have been better if like it costed. And I know like people like say, and I said this earlier. Like, I think Ichigo, not Ichigo, Bleach needs a better, needs to handle deaths better, in my opinion, from what I've read so far. His deaths are just not done well. Like not done well. That's not what I mean. But like I feel like certain times it would be better if characters died, and then they just don't, because he just gets taken off by his like lieutenant, and then that's the last. Which I don't know why he would randomly show up in Core 4. That's like the last we see of him after that. I'm like whatever. Like I feel like he just should have died at that point. Like what are we seeing him here for? Honestly, like what are we seeing him here for? I do like him. I really like him. Fake Kyan is going in a he's going in next year. Honestly, he's going next year. Yamamoto, I really like. I think he's kind of like Soul Society wise, he's a bit of also a zealot in that sense. But I really like his powers. I find it crazy that he lost just because like one he was already missing an arm, but he lost because he got tricked by a fake Yuhabaha. Like I like his history and stuff. That's cool. It's cool. And his abilities are really cool. I don't have much to say on him other than that. He's like a cool representation of like the strongness, if that makes sense. An interesting one. Fake Zangetsu slash Zangetsu. I think I'll sit him right here. Actually, I'll put him a bit higher. I like fake Zangetsu. I think it's pretty cool that he's like that. I think he was handled better as a later reveal. That he's like secretly Yuhabaha or like younger Yuhabaha, but like watching Ichigo. made him change his ways and stuff. I think that was like a cool, like that's a good way compared to like Unohana, who I don't really like. A cool way to add something like that because he like, and I'm assuming like people when this was coming out already theorized when Yuha Baha showed up that they do look really similar. And we also see young Yuha Baha and they look almost like exact same. I'm assuming people theorized that they were like similar, the exact same. So I like how that was like that's something you can add retroactively and that'd be cool. I just didn't think the Unohana reveal was that like that at all. But I think he's chill. I like that he has like a silent like character arc. Kenpachi is going in S tier. No questions asked. He's one of the coolest captains. I love him. I love how like initially like Soul Society, he doesn't use a Bankai or a Shikai or anything. I think he gets a Shikai later, but I don't know if he gets a Bankai. But uh, it's really cool that his like power up thing is swinging his sword with two hands. That was hilarious in like Soul Society. But not to mention, I do like how he like honors himself. He said, "Yo, I like after he does lose, right? Is that I never really did try to get like the chance to understand my sword. And when he calls out to it, he doesn't just get the power up. It like comes way later. Like I really like that. And I do think for as much as I think Unohana was mishandled, it was to the benefit of Kenpachi, which I guess that's good. But it still frustrates me how he was mishandled. So yeah. Not how he was mishandled, how she was mishandled. Really, and how like honestly still boring she is. But yeah, I think he deserved that tier. He's just really cool, and I do like his Shikai when that gets the giant sword. It's pretty cool. Ikaku is funny, and I like him, so he's going in B tier. I don't really have much to say about him. I don't think he wins. Honestly, I don't remember if he even wins any fights. If I can be real, like I think he even lost to a wrong car opponent. But I still like him because he's funny, bald, and lucky. He did beat no, he did beat Mo. That's who he beat. He beat Mo. I'll give him that. But I do like him, and he has aura. So yeah. Ukitake. Ukitake, I really like as well. And he's one of my favorite captains. I like his like history with what's it called? Shunsui. I like him as a character. I do think it was interesting how he was like the one who tested Ichigo, everything. I like how he was in Soul Society, honestly. Like how he and Shunsui like went against what's it called? Why am I blanking on his name? Yamamoto. I just think, and I do think it was a good. I think it was a good way to incorporate him after he was honestly just like it makes sense that he was like sitting out during all of what's it called? Thousand Year Blood War until he shows back up. I think they handled him returning well by revealing that he was like this like avatar where he has the power of the left arm, left or right? Is it the left arm? I don't know. I'm gonna say it's the left arm of the Soul King with him. What was it? It was I think it was like no, it was something Mar. No, I don't remember what the arm was called, but it was like the thing that they worshipped. I just like how he's utilized overall. Now, I do think it feels like his like sacrifice is probably going to be all for nothing, if I can be real. Considering that I think Yuha Baha just absorbed it, and I think he's still holding everything together, but like he got part of his power like just straight up absorbed. So I guess that's whatever. But I still like him. Toshiro, I think overall I like him. I think he even deserves to be up here. But man, his character for me specifically had some ups and downs. His arc isn't even finished, so I don't even know if I can fully say he even deserves. Which no, okay, since I'm like so like back and forth on this, I'm gonna put him in B tier. But honestly, when he first showed up, I was kind of disappointed in him. Not because I thought he could beat Aizen, but he kind of failed. Like he had like objectives clearly laid out during all of Soul Society, right? Like he wanted to get to the bottom of like what's going on, which is one. He wanted to kill Gin, and he wanted to protect Momo. Those were like his three things, right? and then he fails every single one of them, which I don't expect him to obviously like kill Gin or Jin. I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna say Gin. I don't expect him to kill Gin. I don't even expect him to like save Mo. Like even if he still fails saving Momo, that's whatever. But failing all three, forget like he didn't really even solve the mystery or get to the bottom of it because he got like tricked by Izuru, which is whatever. And then he just figures out he only figures it out by the time it's just too late and everything's already in motion. And then after that, he gets laid out by Aizen, which I mean whatever. I liked him a bit more when he showed back up in Fate Karkura, and I liked him more in Thousand Year Blood War. He kind of just shows up for a little bit and lot, and I think he fights what's it called, Yukio. I liked him there. I guess I liked him in that fight. Yes, he was cool there. But like overall, he has too many ups and downs, and I think his ability is cool, by the way. And to say that he has too many ups and downs for me to say that he like gets to be A tier. Like, I feel like he should be, but for me specific. Oh yeah, side note, I liked how he got like this holified, which I'm upset that not anyone else got like this holified Bankai like he did. I really like that. That was really cool looking. But yeah, I just think he needs like a good landing to even me for me to even consider putting him up there. Uh, I think I think her voice acting and she was funny, so she's the only Squad Zero member that will probably make it into higher than D tier. Shinji is going in A tier because I love actually putting Shinji in S tier. I love Shinji, bro. Shinji is funny. He is probably one of the coolest Bankais in my opinion. Cooler than Tosen's. I don't really like Tosen's Bankai. I think it's overhyped. Cooler than Tosen's. Uh, cool that he has like such a like. I loved him in the flashback arc specifically. I love his relation with Yori. I love his like relation with Ichigo. I love how he's kind of connected with everyone. That's pretty cool. And his like mini fight with Aizen was really cool. And I think he did get kind of like shafted in Thousand Year Blood War, but I still liked what he did do in it. So I think he's just a really good character. I just really love him. He's cool. Hanasaro is also going in S tier because I didn't know who's voice acting until Thousand Year Blood War. When I heard his voice, I cracked up, and that's the reason why he's going S tier. Donzo Chocolate, I think. I don't remember the other one's name. They're actually okay. I'll put them in B tier. They're more than okay, honestly. I just like them. They're going up there. Tatsumaki is going in D tier. I don't care about her. Rukia is going in S tier. I think that's a given. Rukia is my favorite character in Bleach. I love Rukia. Honestly, I'm moving her all the way up here. I love her. She's really cool. Cool. One of the cooler abilities. Like I like her power is similar to like Toshira's, but it's different in the sense of how it works. Like she has to cool down her body temperature to create the ice abilities and stuff like that. And she can be like, and I like how it was utilized in Thousand Year Blood War. Like she probably out of like I think it was Core Two has my favorite fight in there, which was really cool. I just love her relationship with like Ichigo. I love her relationship with Byakuya. They're just really, she's just a really cool character. Like I said, she's my favorite character. And I love her, like, I love her use, like, throughout the narrative of the story. She's a really good character for driving the plot. Now, Izuru, honestly, I didn't like him at first, but I ended up messing with him. He goes in B tier. I ended up not really liking him. There's like complicity in the whole plan with Gen, which I don't know if he really knew what was going on because I think he was like tricked because he thought Aizen was really dead, but he wasn't, and he was trying to protect Momo as well. Momo, is that her name? I don't even know if that's her name. I'm calling her Momo though. But I thought that was cool how he genuinely like felt that he's like oh shit I actually did get tricked. Like I really got cooked. And he has a cool fight in Fate Karkura, so I'll give him that. And then his moment of just horrifying, which I don't know how he's alive, by the way. Like he got clipped by like I think I don't remember what clipped him. He got clipped by somebody. Just doesn't show up for like 2 seasons of Thousand Year Blood War. It shows up at like the very end. That's hilarious, and that was cool. That was just it's like it makes no sense, but because like I don't know if they even explained it. He just shows up, but it's just enough aura, just enough. Especially with the moon shining and like where his hole was, like the hole where he got like donutted. It's just enough aura for me to make it work for me. Rule of cool and all that. Oetsu is going in D tier because no, he's going in F tier actually. He's going in con tier actually for his stupid idea of saying, "Yeah, guys, let's just all off ourselves real quick," because that worked out well. I mean, obviously he didn't expect what's her name to lose, but yeah, Yoruichi is going in S tier as well because I like her character and I think she's cool. She was interesting in the flashback arc. Uh, she was just an interesting character overall. I do think it was kind of silly that she thought that she could just stand there and try to revive the soul, not revive, but try to fix the Soul King with Yuha Baha right there. Just thinking that she could just do that. I did think that was a little silly. But overall, she's still a good character in my opinion. Probably one of the best. Her fight with the what's it called? Soy Fawn was really cool in Soul Society. I really like her. Also, she's bad. What? What? Anyways, Barian, one of my favorite spot, honestly. I find it cool that the reveal that he was the original king of Hueco. But yeah, he's cool. I like just fight with a Soifon. Honestly, I think I'll move Soifon up. Wait, where is she? Oh no, she's in C tier. I'm keeping her in C tier. I think I'll move you down one. You can be right next to her. Both had a cool fight. I don't really care for either of you. Other than that, I do find it funny though, honestly, that he created a chair and he just sat there for most of it, just aura farming until he finally had to get up. And that was funny. But he probably is one of the best, like, or probably the best resurrection design, honestly. If I can be real, he is the best resurrection design. You're also going in cons here for that colossal F up you had, bro. Like that was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't asshole, but it was a hilarious one. Let's see, Nemu. I don't really care about Nemu. I did think her death was kind of sad. I think she's dead. I'm not really sure, but I don't remember. Was she playing like one of those pink coffin things? I don't remember. But I do think her ability's cool, like shaving off pieces of her soul. I guess that's cool, but I just don't really care for her. I felt really bad for her, and like she just like this is what kind of frustrated me about Mayuri in her. Is I get Mayuri like deep down cares about, and we'll get to Mayuri, I guess, but like it frustrates me that she's just okay with that. And I get that she doesn't really have like personality, emotions, and stuff like that, but it frustrates me so much that she's like, yeah, that's my dad. He gets to beat me and turn me old and kill me and like not and then poison me and all that. Yeah, we're just cool with that. Let me go revive him. Like I find it crazy that like she's just okay with that. And I get why, because she was created by him. Like she owes her literal existence to him. She's the first like working artificial soul. That makes me so angry that she's just fine with being abused like that. And I get like abuse situations are hard and everything, but I just find it crazy how no one. Like, I think Uryu acknowledges it in like a Soul Society, how horribly she's being treated. But I find it crazy that everyone else in the Soul Society, especially the research department, is just okay with that. It's just like I genuinely it genuinely mind boggles me how they just let that happen. Like the Soul Society mind boggles me with that. And maybe this will be like someone will explain it if they do someone does see this in like the comments or whatever. But it just frustrates me. how she's just treated. Kisuke, S tier, easily. It kind of made me wish I did watch most of, like I watched, because like I said, I said it earlier in the video. I've read most of Bleach. I kind of his voice acting makes me wish I watched it because his voice acting is so good. Like his voice is like perfect. Like unironically is what I imagined his voice would be. Like I don't remember. I feel like I know his voice actor. I hadn't checked. Like whoever his voice actor was, they deserve all the flowers, bro, because he sounded exactly how I thought he would sound. Now to his character himself, I love his character. He's interesting. He's very interesting. I hope we get to see his Bankai. I hope that happens before like the series ends. But he's interesting. He's connection, like I said, he's connections with everyone, which is really good. He's like his story, his place in the story is like well defined. His personality's amazing. He's charismatic and everything. Probably, honestly, one of my favorite designs in Bleach. And not to mention, he really shines in the, which obviously he's like the main character of that arc, so obviously he shines, but he really shines in the flashback arc. I really like him. I just like him through all of Bleach. I don't think he's ever bad. Also, he was the one who kind of got like the kill on Aizen. Technically, he didn't technically get the kill because Aizen didn't die, but he got the kill on Aizen. I think it's Kyan Shiba. Is that him? Pretty sure it's him. Oh, he's okay. He's okay for like how he existed, what he does for Rukia, I guess. Isane is whatever. I think that's her name. Bonehead guy is cool. I think that's Ichigo's mom. I'm blanking on her name, but it's she's cool, I guess. I'll put her here for what she does in the story. Byakuya is going in S tier. There's only okay. I love Byakuya. I love his development. Oh my God, I almost fell out my chair. But uh, I love Byakuya. I used to, like I said, I don't like. I think I said it about someone else, but I used to hate. I think it was Renji. I used to hate him so much. But with his development and everything, I really like his character. He's amazing. His ability is really cool. He has great development across Soul Society and a bunch of other and all the other arcs, honestly. And honestly, once again, spoilers for Thousand Year Blood War. I probably said this like 5 billion times, maybe not. But I feel like my only issue truly with him is that I felt like he should have died in like in Core One of Soul Society because he gets like I think I said this earlier. He gets cooked up by Asma like horribly. Like he's literally on the verge of death. He gives like one of my favorite like I don't know if it was a speech or a quote, but like the Save the Soul Society line. He gives one of my favorite like lines in Bleach because like he says, I know how selfish this is to ask you this, especially with what's all going on or whatever. But please, Ichigo, or no, wait, save this whole society, Ichigo Kurosaki. I think like it's one of my favorite lines, and that would have been like the perfect time to like cut like his character. I mean, would have created like a tragedy, right? It would have brought more motivation to Ichigo because he failed to protect someone, but then he's just like revived, and I'm like, which not revived because he didn't technically die, but that's what I'm saying when like Bleach has a problem with death because like I feel like he should have died. There is no reason that like I don't like, there's no reason he should have survived that because it kind of undercuts the scene for me. And I think with his like moment with Rukia versus what's it called versus As Not Later, I think he has a good scene there with Rukia. I think that, and I think, but I just don't think it makes up for that, in my opinion. It just doesn't for me. But I don't think he's like, I don't think that moves him down a tier or anything for me personally. But that moment, like him dying, not dying there, just kind of frustrates me because I feel like that would have been like a perfect end to his arc. That could have spurred more development, and I feel like even then you could have like created a scene where like not like the ghost him, but like Ruki has like a vision of him, and that's the one who like comforts her to release her she not Shikai Bankai slowly and everything. I wish that could have really happened. I feel like that would have been better person, but I'm not upset that he like I'm not obviously he's like one of my favorite characters. I'm not I don't I'd rather him not die at all if I could be real. But I feel like his like character and narrative kind of suffers from that, honestly. And so does like and it just creates lost opportunities for more development. Which is what I mean when I say like Bleach has a problem with character death. And I think a lot of shonen do. Like I know people say this is like a modern shonen problem that like JJK had this problem, which it doesn't in my opinion. And like MHA has this problem, which I don't. Which actually MHA kind of has that as a problem, but that's a side tangent. But like Bleach, I think exemplifies this more than what's it called? Was oh my God, why am I blanking? Than MHA because even as much as I like I said, I think it makes me not care about his return. I mean, objectively speaking, he should have stayed dead, and it's crazy that he comes back and just shows up and it's just fine. Yeah, I don't, and like I said, it hasn't been explained yet. I'm assuming they're gonna explain it in Core 4. If not, like maybe in like the epilogue or whatever, if there's an epilogue in Core 4. But there is no reason to for him to survive that. Another side tangent. I find it so lame. And then like Core 3, that he basically gets paralyzed. That Kenpachi gets paralyzed, and then he just doesn't do anything for the rest of the core. Like that's so lame to me. That is so lame to me. But yeah, I just think Bleach really needs like work on that. Like have deaths, let it be meaningful. You know what I mean? Because like even with the what's it called? The Iran guard, like like this guy sacrificed himself to let Ichigo continue forward, and he just comes back. Same thing with everyone like Charlotte and I don't know where the other one is, and Saruchi, which I mean Saruchi wasn't really that noble, like they real. But like those were decently major characters that just got brought back for whatever reason. No reason, if I can be real. Like specifically, like honestly, no reason, which just makes no sense to me. I think my dogs are barking again. I don't know if you can hear that. If you can, I apologize for that. Yeah, yeah. Thumb guy. That's what I call him. Thumb Arankar. He's going in cons here. I find he gets styled on by Byakuya, and that's about it. He looks ugly, which I kind of hate because like I think his design before he like fully transforms is it's okay. Other than his head shape, it's literally like a thumb. But I think it's decently cool besides that, and then he just gets ugly when he like resurrects. So yeah, Rangiku, she's okay. I honestly don't care for her that much. Like I don't think she deserves to be in D tier though. So yeah, red hair guy that works for what Kisuke, don't care. Power Ranger girl, I don't remember her name. She's part of the Viceroys or Wizards. She's going in B tier because I like how she's just like she acts like a Power Ranger. It's really funny. And then other than like Shinji, I think she's the only other Wizard that still uses her qualification. So yeah, I think that's cool. Ichigo's sister, I think this is Karen. I think that's her name. Karen? Corinne? I think so. Oh, she's cool. She'll in B tier. There's not much to say about her though. I kind of wish she had more like presence in the story, honestly, because she was worried about like what Ichigo was doing, how he was acting, and what he's hiding. That, to my knowledge, at least, that's kind of just dropped, which kind of frustrates me. But yeah, like, it's crazy. Like like he straight up just didn't trust her, and then that's just never brought back up. I think that's kind of a crazy plot point to drop. To drop. Uh, I do not know how to pronounce the name, but I think it's you. I'm gonna say Yukiora Seifer. He's going in A tier. One of the best Oran players. Espada, one of my favorites. I don't like him enough to put him up here, but he is a good character. I like his ending. I like his like kind of relationship with not Urami or oh my God, Orihime. There. I guess that was cool. She was kind of like he was interesting. I don't have much to say on him other than that. Myuri's going in F tier, and I don't give any F's, bro. He sucks. He's probably the worst of the worst in the Soul Society. If I'm be real, he was like I don't like I'm assuming people don't like him. I haven't looked at like characters like impressions about characters on Bleach online. At least I don't. Other than like maybe Yukabaha, like I've heard Yukabaha like people don't like him, but Mayuri is complicit, which technically all of Soul Society is like. I'd even say Yamamoto specifically, which he's up here. He's technically complicit in the genocide too, but difference is he's at least not unsavory. Mayuri is like Mayuri's complicit in genocide after the fact, tortured hundreds of thousands. I want to say because it was a bunch of. I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of Quincy's, hundreds of thousands at the very least thousands of Quincy's. Doesn't feel any guilt about that. By the way, likes saying that like this was his first I don't even think it was his like phrase, but I remember seeing like a clip of like him using his ability and I think it was Bleach Rebirth of Souls. He says this is quote easy as strangling a baby, which is wild to me. He's an abusive father, like a horrible father, honestly. Like I don't know how anyone likes. I just don't get how anyone likes Mayuri at all. But yeah, Glasses Wizard. I honestly don't remember. I think she fights Aizen's once, but truthfully, I don't remember her personality at all. Like I can say like at most I can say she fought Aizen once, and that's it. I think her name is like Ururu, something like that. She was with the red hair kid. You're going in D tier as well. I thought it was cool when you fought. Actually, no. Since I thought that one like mini fight while like Ichigo was training was cool, so you get to go in C tier. Say I think his name is like Sazaporo. You're going right next to your boyfriend, man. Kago, he's okay. I just the only thing I can say is that I don't like how he's kind of also like I guess like a pervert kind of character. I don't like that either. But he's decent. He's also voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, so I can give that away. I was so shocked when I heard that in the dub watching Thousand Year Blood War. I did not expect to hear Yuri Lowenthal's voice, bro. I think I put his other sister in there. I don't remember her name, but she goes in B tier just because she's related to Ichigo. Shiba, I don't remember her first name. She was alright. She doesn't really do much, but she doesn't like. I mean, well, no, she creates the second rocket. I'm pretty sure for like for like Ichigo and everyone else to go back up to the royal palace. But other than that, she doesn't really do much. Like she kind of disappears until that moment in Thousand Year Blood War. But she's fine. I don't think she deserves to go like down here. So Shansui is the next S tier. I think this is a given. If I put, I feel like I just really like Shansui. The only thing I can genuinely say, like, because he's an S tier character, no notes. The only note I could give him is that he was the one who had which had a very question, like, this had me questioning his character, and I still question it. Like, the only thing I can say I dislike about him, his whole character, is that he really was the one who created the plan for Unohana and Kenpachi to fight right before the war was about to break out, and then it broke out mid plan. And I think he even acknowledges he has no idea when they're gonna get out, and it might be the fighting might already happen, but he just lets that happen anyway. Temporarily lose your grade, and keep in mind, Kenpachi doesn't get back out. So I think core two, I'm pretty sure. I want to say core two at least. So so they lose one of their best fighters for like half. Like, I want to say half of the war, and they just permanently lose their best healer. Well, I mean, technically Orihime is their best healer, but I mean, like, who's a part of Soul Society, their best healer, which was baffling thinking. But other than that, probably my favorite. Like, I want to say my favorite Bankai. His Bankai is really cool. Um, I love his relationship with Ukitake. Oh my God. I love his relationship with Yamamoto. I think he's generally charismatic. His Shikai is really cool as well. And yeah, he's honestly like mo other than that like specific thing with the Kenpachi like story arc in Thousand Year Blood War, he's an S tier character. Yori goes in B tier. She's pretty cool, I guess. I like her relationship with Shinji. I don't really have much to say other than that, but yeah, she's cool. Eyelash guy, I like him because he's funny. Other than that, he just goes in B tier. I have no idea who this is. I have no idea who that is. I'm blanking on her. I think it's Nanao. That's her name. Nanao. She's cool. I like how she was utilized in Thousand Year Blood War. I thought that was really cool. She's B tier. She's kind of just there for most of it, but she was a good character. Ryukin Ishida, he's fine. I don't really have much to say on him. This guy, I blink on his name, but he's an F tier. Love is kind of meh. Lillinette is kind of meh. She's okay. She's okay. She'll go in C tier. Wonder Weiss is going in F tier. He is quite literally a plot device. He is literally a plot device. I have nothing to say on him about. Like he's just a plot device. Uryu is going, which I don't know if this is still crazy. Even after Thousand Year Blood War, he's still going S tier for me. I just love Uryu. I don't think I don't think I'll ever dislike him even after his like temporary betrayal. I just love Uryu. I loved him in Soul Society. I loved him when he showed up. And I even like what I don't like what he does, but I even like I could like if he wasn't a traitor, let's say I think I would understand him joining the other side with the Storm Ritter. I had to cut there. I'm back, but I really enjoy his what's it called? I really like I understand that he had to like even if like I don't agree with it, him joining the Storm Ritter because like those are the only Quincy left. He thought he was the only one. And keep in mind, we didn't. I don't think we knew his motivations until like the very end. Which I think that reveal kind of like bogged him down a little bit. But like truthfully, I don't agree with it, but I think I can understand if he did like join the Stern Ritter like for real. Like I understand that. Nelio or Nell, she's going in S tier. She's like my second favorite to like right next to Grimjaw, honestly. If I could be real. Yeah. Arankar, I mean like yeah, Arankar, Espada. Well, former Espada. I just really like her. She's really cool. I did find it crazy when when she became like a centaur. That was crazy. Like I genuinely didn't expect that. That was crazy. But I kind of she hasn't really done anything when she showed back up in a Thousand Year Blood War. I kind of wish she did do something, or at least have a fight. Yami was okay. He fodderized Chad, which isn't the first time that's happened to him. Chad is going in D tier. I disappointed by Chad, if I could be real. I'm just disappointed by him. Hisagi is going in B tier. I like Hisagi. Or I think it's yeah, that's Hisagi. Hisagi Shuhei. He's all right. I like him. Well, I guess maybe this was the intention to see. I'm not sure, but I felt more bad for him when Tosin died than for Tosin when Tosin died. But yeah, I kind of wish he did more when he showed up in Thousand Year Blood War because he hasn't really done anything since. Kind of like I'm kind of disappointed in that specifically. Finally, Ichigo Kurosaki. And I think this is a gimmick. He's going in S tier. I think out of the big, well, I guess I can't really say the big three because I haven't seen One Piece, but out of Naruto and him, I think he's my favorite. If I can be real, and I've only read Bleach this and watched Bleach this year, but I really like him. Like to his roots, he's a really simple character. His motivation is simple. He just wants to protect those he cares about. But like the reason behind that, I feel like is more deep. Like the motivation itself is simple, but the reasoning behind that and the journey and everything is way more deep than that initial reasoning, which is why I like him a lot. And he is like also, in my opinion, like I said earlier, he kind of has like a little he has like a desperation and like sadness quality about him. And I do like that he is like inherently kind of flawed in his thinking. Because I remember when like in or Wake Up Monday, like he's fighting Grimjaw, he said, "You're not really fighting me to like so what's it called to protect right now, are you? Because you could like because I think they could have just left, right? You're fighting me because you want to win." And I thought that was like, an interesting like aspect of his character. And an interesting question to pose. Is he really fighting to protect, or is he fighting because he likes to fight? And I think that's still, and I think truthfully, the answer is he still like it's for both. If I can be real, I think that's really interesting. I think that's everyone. I think the final thing I'll do is matter row above, and this is gonna be my top five characters. I'm gonna say SS plus parentheses top five, and we're gonna choose my top five characters. First, I think it's gonna be Rukia. I think I said earlier, kind of spoiled it. She's my favorite character in Bleach. Second, it's gonna be Ichigo. For the reasons before, I think he's just an interesting. He's a simple but interesting character. Third, I think is honestly gonna have to be Byakuya. Like I said, I feel like he should have died, but even then, I would still be like very upset if he did. Does that make sense? I think he deserves to be right there. Let's see. Oh, this is kind of difficult. Oh, this is kind of difficult, bro. Like these last two are actually kind of difficult. I mean, obviously Hamtaro is not going in there, but I mean, like everyone else. I think fourth, honestly, I'm thinking between these four, honestly, if we want to put in there. I think fourth, I'm gonna go Nelio, honestly. I really like Nelio. Oh my God, I want to put. I like them equally though. Oh my God. Okay, okay. Oh my God, this is way more difficult than I thought it would be. Okay, I think. Okay, no. Fourth, I'm gonna put Grimjow. Fifth, I'm putting Nelio. I want to put Shinji in there. I want to put Kisuke in there, but I can't. No, I think I like Kisuke more than Grimjow, honestly. I think I'm like him more than both. Okay, but yeah, this is my top five. Rukia, what's it called? Rukia, Ichigo, Byakuya. I'm not gonna lie, I had to cut. I have no idea what I said before this. I could check in editing, but uh, yeah, I don't remember what I said before this. But I like all, like, it's really difficult between like all of these characters. I really like them all. But yeah. Comment down below if you got this far. Like, I don't know. I don't know how anyone's gonna get to the end of this. This is like a 1 hour 30 minute video on our channel. Like no one's gonna see. But if you did watch all of it, or at least skip to the end, or like you see the community post with the tier list, who's your top five? Who's your favorite, or who's your favorite character in Bleach? I'd appreciate that. But other than that, that's the end of this video. Like, subscribe, all that. Uh, and have a good day. The next video is either going to be a gaming video, oops, a gaming video, or the MHA tier list I'm going to do, which is a lot. This is a lot of characters. A lot. Probably not going to rank. I might rank all of them. I don't know. But yeah, take care.